The ripple effect in Genoa City. Michael's Kane swerve and quest for redemption won't just affect him and Victor. The entire canvas of Genoa City could feel the ripples. Lauren. She has long worried about the toll Victor's demands have taken on her husband. If Michael finally pushes back, Lauren could be both relieved and terrified about what Victor might do in retaliation. Adam Newman. Always looking for leverage against his father, Adam might try to exploit Michael's hesitation, dangling offers or threats to lure him into switching sides. Christine Williams. With Michael potentially distancing himself from Victor, Christine could see an opportunity to rebuild professional trust with him. Perhaps even pulling him into cases that pit him against Victor's interests. Victor's children. Michael's shift could influence Victoria, Nick, and Abby as they navigate their own complicated relationships with their father. If Michael can stand up to Victor, maybe they can too. A redemption arc with high stakes. The most compelling part of this storyline is the balance between redemption and risk. Michael has always been a character who thrives in shades of gray. Rarely purely good, never truly evil. His cane symbolizes both vulnerability and resilience, and his swerve away from blind loyalty suggests that he's ready to redefine himself once more. If Michael chooses redemption, he may expose himself to danger from Victor, enemies of the Newmans, and even his own conflicted emotions. But in doing so, he could cement his legacy not just as Victor's lawyer, but as a man who finally chose the harder, nobler path. Final thoughts. The Young and the Restless thrives on these deeply personal power struggles, and Michael Baldwin's Kane swerve is the perfect setup for a redemption arc layered with history, risk, and emotional payoff. Fans who have followed Michael's journey from shady beginnings to respected lawyer know that his story isn't over. It's evolving. Will he finally break free from Victor's shadow and reclaim his independence? Or will his attempt at redemption pull him deeper into the Newman web than ever before? Whatever the outcome, Michael's cane is more than just a walking aid. It's a symbol of his next chapter, one that promises to shake Genoa City to its spoilers. Michael's cane swerve. Seeks redemption from Victor? The Young and the Restless spoilers remind fans that Kane Ashby, Billy Flynn, recently summoned Michael Baldwin, Christian LeBlanc, to his train car in Genoa City and offered him a job. Fans may recall that when Michael stepped away from his role as Victor Newman's, Eric Braden lawyer, there was some backlash from the mustache. Will Michael decide to swerve Kane in hopes that he can redeem himself to Victor? The Fixer. The Young and the Restless spoilers note that while Kane has an incredible lawyer in Amanda Sinclair, Miss Hale Morgan, it seems that he is interested in Michael for his legal savvy, as well as his unique skills of being a fixer. Michael certainly has fixed many situations for Victor in the past, and Kane is hoping he can do the same for him. Michael Baldwin is fiercely loyal. It's been noted many times that Victor was a father figure to Michael. It truly did break his heart when he needed to walk away from his job with Victor, and the fact that Newman saw this as a betrayal further crushed the lawyer. Victor has essentially pushed Michael out of his life despite the loyalty the lawyer showed to him all these years. Could Michael see an opportunity to help Kane? Could he decide to act as a mole for Victor in the process? Doing so would certainly redeem the attorney in Victor's eyes and welcome him back into the Newman fold. Eventually, after Michael scores the pertinent information needed. With that said, knowing how private Kane is, Michael may need to sign an NDA, so doing anything sketchy could cost the attorney everything, from his livelihood to potential jail time. Would Michael be willing to risk it all to help the mustache? Plus, he needs to also take Lauren Fenmore's, Tracy E. Bregman, feedback into consideration, as she likely wouldn't want him working for Kane as a mole, or even on the up and up. Michael Baldwin has always been a man who knows how to walk the tightrope between loyalty and survival. Over the years on The Young and the Restless, he has been a cunning lawyer, a dedicated husband, and at times, a shady operator who wasn't afraid to cross lines if it meant securing his future. But spoilers suggest that a new storyline may push Michael into unfamiliar territory. One where his health, his conscience, and his long-standing alliance with Victor Newman collide in a way that changes Genoa City's power dynamics once again. Michael's cane. A symbol or a warning? Sharp-eyed fans have noticed Michael carrying a cane recently, and while it could be passed off as a temporary injury or a simple prop, on soaps, nothing is ever just surface level. The cane may symbolize more than a physical ailment. It could be the weight of guilt, the burden of his past, or even a sign that Michael is slowing down. For years, Michael has been Victor Newman's legal confidant, often bending the law and his own moral code to protect the mustache from enemies both real and imagined. But loyalty comes with a price, and Michael may now be questioning whether he sacrificed too much of his integrity in service to Victor. The cane, then, could mark a turning point. his crutch as he begins to step away from blind allegiance and toward redemption. Victor Newman. The judge Michael can't escape. If there's one man in Genoa City who never forgets a debt, it's Victor. He rewards loyalty generously but punishes betrayal with equal force. For Michael, this creates a dangerous dilemma. If he swerves too hard away from Victor's control, he risks losing everything. His career, his safety, and perhaps even his family's security. But if he continues to serve Victor without question, he may lose himself entirely. Victor has leaned on Michael more than ever in recent months, particularly as Newman family drama spirals out of control. From Adam's constant power plays to Victoria's divided loyalties, Victor needs trusted allies, and Michael has filled that role for years. But how long can Michael keep covering for Victor's ruthless moves without breaking under the pressure? The redemption angle. Michael's past comes calling. Long-time YNR viewers remember when Michael wasn't exactly a model citizen. His early years were marked by manipulations, schemes, and moral shortcuts that nearly destroyed him. Over time, with Lauren's love and his own determination to grow, he transformed into one of Genoa City's most respected lawyers. But redemption is never final. It's a constant battle. Spoilers hint that Michael's cane could serve as a physical reminder of past consequences, perhaps from stress, old injuries, or hidden medical conditions. Facing his own mortality, Michael might begin to wonder if serving Victor is really worth the toll it has taken on him. Could his push for redemption mean turning on Victor? Or could it mean finding a way to hold on to his integrity while still outsmarting the ruthless Newman patriarch? Cane Swerve. A strategic play or emotional confession. Michael's so-called cane swerve could also represent a new strategy. He knows Victor well enough to understand that outright rebellion would be dangerous. Instead, he may play a more subtle game, appearing weakened, leaning on his cane, and letting others underestimate him. This could give Michael the space to maneuver behind the scenes, quietly working to undo some of Victor's most destructive moves without being noticed. Alternatively, the cane might set the stage for an emotional confession. Imagine Michael, in a quiet scene with Lauren or even with Victor himself, admitting that he can no longer bear the weight of questionable decisions. The cane becomes a prop for his vulnerability, forcing Victor to confront the fact that Michael isn't invincible. And neither is Victor's empire if it's built solely on fear and manipulation. How Victor might react. Victor Newman doesn't easily forgive weakness. If Michael shows signs of pulling away, Victor could interpret it as betrayal. This would set up a powerful conflict, the mustache versus the lawyer who once protected him at all costs. Would Victor try to intimidate Michael back into submission, or would he respect Michael's choice to reclaim his independence? There's also the possibility that Victor might actually admire Michael's courage. Victor has always appreciated strength, even when it comes in unexpected forms. Michael standing up for himself, cane and all, could lead to a surprising shift in their relationship. One where Victor allows Michael more freedom while still valuing his loyalty.